Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. Follow me along as we install a new outlet in a room that currently has no power. I'm not a registered electrician, but come along as we do a DIY project. If I can do this, I know you can as well. Have a great day. Anytime you're going to be working around electricity, you want to make sure you're as safe as possible, so we're going to go ahead and kill the breaker. Number 6 corresponds to the area we're going to be working in, so there we go. Now we'll go upstairs and we will double check the light in that room, and we'll double check the outlet we're going to be pulling from and make sure it's dead. Work safe. I had to kill the power from where I was working at. I had to pull power from the other side of the house, other side of the bedrooms. So I need an extension cord. I used a scroll saw to cut the hole out of the wall, although you could have used a hand saw because there was just drywall. It's pretty soft. I needed a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver. I needed a set of wire strippers, need a razor knife, and a pair of pliers. That's basically all that was needed in order to get this done. Of course, I needed a camera stand and whatnot to videography it. But as far as supplies needed, I also need a remodel box, a outlet, and a faceplate. The remodel box was $1.37. The face cover, I got an oversized one. It was $1.14, and the outlet was less than $2. So, oh, and I needed I had 2 foot of wire as well that I used. I had some extra wire from a previous project, so that was zero cost. Although I would say maybe $1.25 a foot would be about the cost of the wire. So $3 in wire and about $5 in other costs. So it cost me about $8 in material, total material, to do this project. So that's what it took. All right, we're upstairs. Outlets, or the switches is dead. Plugged in the saw. There's no power to the outlet now. We can know now that we're safe and we have no power to that outlet. So the first thing you're going to want to do before you start messing with any type of electricity is you're going to want to go to your breaker box and kick the breaker, and then go back to the electrical source you're going to be using and test it. I've already done all that. So next step is we need to remove this outlet cover, pull the outlet out, and we're going to determine which direction we need to go. If we were just simply to measure off the wall to find the location, the problem is this might be right next to a stud, or it might be in the middle of the wall. We don't know that, and we need to know that, because running the wire, we need to make sure that the other outlet, before we cut a hole in the wall, is in the same stud location. So this is black. My child decided to take a marker to it a long time ago, so no big deal there. Let's see. Pull that. Like I said, I've already verified that this is dead, so we're just simply pulling that out. Perfect. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So this box is screwed in. There's a screw right here. Means I've got a stud right there. Actually, that's not true. It's screwed on both sides. So we probably have, what the heck? Okay. We got coming in, going out. So they've used this box to run power off of elsewhere. All right. So in this situation, I am going to be able to measure off that wall and not go right here, but we're going to go just a little bit we're just going to go a little bit shorter than it. Sounds like there's a hollow spot there. Hollow spot there. So we could go just a hair shorter than it or a little after it. So I'm going to take a measurement off the wall. Tape to cooperate. The box is 59.5 inches to 61.5 inches. So the other one, if we put a hole at 56 inches, we can run our new wire into this box, tie into this, and go like that. And that is going to be the plan. If you look on the back, we can jump off the sides of this. We can do our black right here. We can do our black, jump it right there, and then we can jump our white off this other side and go to the other outlet. So now what we need to do is, I'm going to double check that measurement again, and we're going to go to the other side of the wall, and we're going to measure up here and see how far up we need to go. So this one is at 19.5 inches. 19 3/4 inches high. So we need to go 19 3/4 inches high. And the new box needs to start at about 56 inches. 19 3/4 and 56. All right, now we're on the other side of the wall. I'm gonna take that 56 inches from the wall over, kind of see where it puts us at. Put a little line near the carpet. Come up 19 3/4. Put a little line. And I've got a box here. So that should be where the corner's at. I'm gonna grab a level. Right there. Put a little mark. And then what you're gonna wanna do is line your box up with that bottom line. Put a level on the side of it. Make sure you're on the bottom line. Get that level right. It's pretty level, right? There. Okay, so you go line, line. All right, go ahead and extend that line over. There we go. So that is going to be our box location. What we want to do is we want to drill that out. We want our bit to be big enough to clear the saw blade, but not too big to not fit in the drill. So I'm gonna need to go get just a hair smaller bit. Be right back. All right, got the drill I need. You see the holes, the marks right there. You want to come right into the inside corner and just drill right through. Just like so. Fantastic. Then we're going to take our saw and we're going to cut that out. that out. I can feel the other box right there. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go on the other side and we're going to push our wire through. And we'll come back to this side and we'll catch it. And what I've got here is I've got about a 2-foot piece, and this is Romex. Looks like 12 gauge. Yeah. Yep. 12 gauge Romex. 2-wire plus ground. So I'm going to go back on the other side and we're going to feed it through. Let's get that done. So on those boxes, there's 4 little knockout holes or knockout pieces. I'm going to go ahead and just knock out the bottom one with the screwdriver. They're actually made to kind of pivot, but I need that knocked out for now. And then I'm just going to run my wire. I'm going to put a bend in it. I'm going to run it in there, and then I'm going to go on the other side. I'm going to grab it. So there's the wires ran. You'll see that right there. Now we'll go on the other side and we'll grab it. All right, so there's the hole. We're just going to reach our hand in there, and we're going to feel around until we feel the wire. There we go. And we're going to pull it through. And there was quite a bit over there. Now that I know it's through, I'm just going to kind of use one hand to kind of pull it from the box. And there we go. That'll give us a good amount of wire to work with. We can pull the box, pull the outlet out, and not have anything to worry about. Let's go on the other side and see how much wire we've got hanging out. So as you can see over here, we have quite a bit more wire. I'm going to go ahead and feed some more, and then later on we can kind of cut and trim. And then there, that gives us plenty of wire. All right, so we've got 3 different types of boxes here. I just want to quickly go over. We got your metal box. I don't recommend that because if something was ever come loose, it could short out. So I do not recommend that. I've got 2 different, they're called remodel boxes, because you can stick them in a remodel like this, and then when you tighten them up, these screws, they'll kind of send that flap up and tighten the box up. It doesn't allow, you're not needed to have a lot of access other than the hole for this box to slide in. So that's what a remodel box is. This one's a deep box. This one's a shallow box. Just depends on how much space you have to work with. I'm going to use the shallow box just so that wire in the back's not in such a bind. So we're going to go with that. We're going to, you can get a good look at those flaps I was talking about. We're going to go ahead at this time and we're going to take a screwdriver and knock that flap in and out. Pop that bad boy off. Got a pair of pliers here. I'm going to grab it and the little needle nose and just rip it off like that. It's going to allow me to put that wire in there and not have any problems whatsoever. All right, so then we got, you can see there, we've got our, oops, sorry. Things in the way. So there we've got a remodel box in place with the wire coming through. So that's where we're wanting to be right now. I'm going to go ahead at this time, tighten these flaps up, and that's going to keep that box secure. You don't want to over tighten it because it is just plastic. You don't want it snapping off. There you go, nice and snug. Get that bottom corner. Fantastic. Next step, we need to strip back some of this yellow coating. Just like so. Peel that back, give us a good spot to work. Fantastic. Now, what did I say earlier? This is 12 gauge. Got our wire strippers. They got a 12 gauge mark on them. We're just gonna go back, put in that 12, give a little spin, and pull. Go back. I'm doing about ½ inch or so. Give a little spin and pull, and there you go. Here's our new outlet, and we're just going to simply put one on one side and one on the other. And then these have a ground as well. So we're going to put them like that. The ground's green. Put a bend in the wire. Nice little loop. Put it on there like so. Tighten your loop. And tighten that up. Okay. Tighten that loop up real nice. There we go, get good and snug. Come on the other side. Back that screw out. Get a little more stripped on this side. There we go. All right, that's not going anywhere. Push that back in there. You can make sure all your connections are good. They are. Screw your outlet into your box. All right. Next step on this side, is going to be to install the faceplate, and then we're going to be going onto the other side, and we're going to make sure that we get the other side hooked up. All right, there. We'll have power over here shortly. Let's go back to the other side. All right, so we're back on this side of the wall, and what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to figure about 10 inches off the wall, and we're gonna cut the sheath, okay? And then we're gonna be cutting through this wire. There we go. Now, same thing on the other side. We're going to cut this yellow Romex cover back about 5 inches. Once again, I am not a registered electrician. I'm just a DIYer. I used to own 5 rental properties and hired different electricians throughout the year, or over my lifetime. And I know several electricians, and just kind of use wisdom, but I'm definitely not a registered electrician. I only work on my own stuff. But if you're a DIYer as well, you want to save a little money, I'm glad to help you. Stripping some of that wire back. All right. Now on this side, there's already a black and a white side, so we're going to want to make sure that we, of course, put the black on the black side and the white on the white side. We're going to loosen this screw up here, and we're going to put a bend in our wire, and we're going to tuck that wire in there. Then once again, tighten her down. Pull the wire. Get it on the other side. Put a bend. Manipulate that wire as needed to get it in there. There we go. Close that gap. I like to make that loop pretty tight. Want to make sure that thing's never going to come out. Get it good and tighten. There we go. Ground wire. Take the other ground off. They got that on pretty good. it out. Get that screw backed out just about as much as you can. And then I'm going to put both ground wires in there. In the frame. Yeah. There it is. I'm in here. Almost done. Huh?
I'm gonna start heating up lunch. You want a brioche chicken?
Yeah. All right. So we've got both ground wires on there. Tighten them up. Perfect. Now, get everything pushed back. There we go. That yellow wire was just getting hung up in the back. Had to see what was keeping us from going in. There we go. All right. Flashlight. Looking good. Everything's connected real nice. Put the faceplate cover back on. Only thing left to do now is go downstairs and turn the power on. All right, it's time to see how the install went. Plugging in the saw. We've got power. So as you can see, you just watched me install a new electro outlet on the opposite side of a wall where we already had electricity. If I wasn't videoing and going back and forth, moving the camera, I'd say this could be done in about 20 minutes. The video, I'm not sure how long it's going to end up being with editing. I'll probably speed some things up and whatnot, but I'd say this is about a 20-minute DIY. Took a little bit of pre-planning, but overall, I would rate this, if you have power on the opposite wall, I would rate this a difficulty level of maybe a 4 out of 10 scale. Definitely doable by any DIYer who has the gumption to take it upon himself to do this, or herself. But yeah, that's all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed this video.